Hey Rangers, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Power Rangers episode 10, which is Intruder Alert. Now this has just aired in the UK, so spoilers, literally spoilers for everything. I'm going to be talking and reviewing about the episode, so if you want to kind of wait until it airs in America or your country, then obviously do so. But just one more time, this video will contain spoilers of the entire episode. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. My hair's really messy, but let's just jump straight in. We open up with Nate and the others kind of decrypting a message that had been sent to them previously in other episodes. I didn't really think that they talked about this, so it's me going like, did they? If you know, let me know down below in the comments. So the message is from Deep Space, and it's from Gavin, who we're going to find out. His name is completely different, but if you know who Space Sheriff Galvin is, then, or Gavin, that's the one. Is it Galvin or Gavin? Anyway, you'll know when you see him. So this basically message says that there is a bad guy. He's heading to Earth. He is a huge threat to the Rangers. The monster's name is Ryjack, and I've got to admit, Ryjack is the best bad guy in this, and I'll explain why, because I generally love this character. In this message, they say that Ryjack is really dangerous. He's after the Ranger Vault and all the stuff in there, and you kind of think this has only happened and been mentioned in one episode, so it's really kind of interesting to be like, huh? What? Okay. So Ryjack is on his way to Earth, and he is there to steal everything in the Ranger Vault, which this massively gave me kind of thoughts on Lupin versus Power Ranger. So I'm hoping that now we've got this sort of thing, we could have that later on in the future. The commander says that she is going to get more security for the vault because there's a lot of stuff in there that they don't want to be stolen, technology, weapons, and Ben and Betty decide to kind of step in and say that they're going to be the ones to kind of guard. Yep, that's pretty much it. Ben and Betty are going to guard the Ranger items. I kind of like Ben in this scene when they explain the reason, like they've been guarding the cookie jar from their dad because the dad's on a diet. And I think it's just the way that he leans in and goes, you know, I did that. I kind of think it's a funny scene. I just love it. It's just like, yeah, he's going to go for the cookie jar. Oh no. So I want Ben to at least talk like that in like future episodes. Hey, how you doing? The commander gets a call from the head office saying that there is an alien force downtown that is stealing Morph X. And then the Rangers go off and meet the new person. So the Rangers think Ryjack is all downtown, so they head off to meet him. When they do, they find that a stranger is stealing Morph X, and he's kind of on patrol. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, the suit looks really, really cool, but you know it was from the time from when it was shot. They've spruced up the suit a little bit, but it does remind me of the time from when it was shot. With this new character coming in, the Rangers then go straight in to kind of attack. This new character can speak, but it's all in alien. So as he's reaching for his device that he needs, the Rangers are saying, stop, don't move. I do like Steel when he turns around and goes, he asks Nate what the alien's saying, and he's like, I don't know, evil alien. And Steel's like, you don't? Gavin reaches for his device and the Rangers start firing on him. As Devon runs up to him to catch him, after a little bit, I think probably a few seconds, Gavin then teleports out. Nate grabs the device that's being used and he says that he doesn't know what it does, but he's going to put it in the Ranger Vault and the Rangers run off. We're now in the cyber dimension and Evox has said that the mayor's DNA has damaged him and he needs more Morph X. But they've all run out. There is nothing left but like some little amount in there that Evox is using to kind of absorb. There's nothing in the tubes, but there's a little bit at the computer station, but that's about it. But then we get the best Power Ranger bad guy we've ever had, and this is Ryjack, and he has a Cockney accent, and I absolutely love it. I think whoever decided this, perfect. Thank you. He has a great voice and I absolutely love it. Ryjack's mission is that he collects weapons from all over like the universes and galaxies and stuff like that. And he now knows about the Power Rangers legendary weapons from the past. The Rangers have them all in a vault. He wants those weapons. Ryjack and Evox decide to make a deal. Destroy the Rangers and Ryjack can have all the weapons, etc., etc. and this is kind of a done deal. Now, Ryjack has a unique ability, which I really like. Ryjack has the ability to reanimate and turn anything back into a robot clone. Evox throws over Vargoyle's old blaster and says, look, if you don't do this, you'll be like the owner of the blaster. This is when Ryjack reanimates Vargoyle, but in a gold form and with like a control collar that makes Vargoyle do exactly what Ryjack says. As the kind of normal thing that Evox does, as soon as Ryjack's done his thing, Evox is going to betray him, destroy him, and take off all the weapons as well as the Morph X. Now, Vargoyle has, or Gold Vargoyle, has a compliance collar. That's what it's called. It will do whatever Ryjack says. Quickly, Ben and Betty have set up a trap where they've put wire all over the floor. If they step on it, literally the kind of marbles will fall out, causing people to trip over. It then quickly switches over to Ben and Betty now needing things. Betty is hungry where Ben needs the toilet, so they kind of step out of the room, but Ben and Betty like trip over the wire, or they kind of step on it, and it causes the marbles to go everywhere and they all fall over. The Rangers bust in, and I love Zoe when she says, yeah, this kind of worked. Like, she kind of doubts them, or is just kind of used to this now. You kind of think about, all right, yeah, they've done this. Gavin then teleports in and kind of looks at the Rangers, but he's kind of far in the back, so obviously you probably wouldn't see him, but he's kind of watching them. The Rangers are seeing Ben and Betty off, but then Nate and Steele run up to them and say the silent alarm's going off, so the Rangers run into the Ranger Vault, or back into that part of the lab. But then we switch to Gavin. He's kind of looking for what he needs. We see more of the Ranger Vault, but there's not really anything new to what's there. The Rangers catch Gavin. They restrain him. The commander reaches out and says, hey, there is more stuff happening downtown. You need to go find it. There's more alien signatures. Now, I think this is the best part of this entire episode. Vargoyle and Ryjack have stolen Morph X, which is about a barrel full, and the Rangers kind of catch up to them. The Rangers are kind of really surprised that Vargoyle is back. Ryjack says that he brought him back and he does whatever he says, more emphasizing on the collar, and then asks Vargoyle to kind of do like 20 push-ups. Now, there are 4 settings on this device, and we see Ryjack bring back Putties and Vivix, and I was just like, what the hell? Why are we seeing this right now? But the Rangers all turn around and go, what are these minions? And you kind of think that they would know at least, or have a vague idea, but we see Putties and just Vivix, and I was just like, oh my god, what the hell? With this entire fight going on, the Rangers are being beaten by them, and I was generally kind of surprised. I thought the Rangers would take down the Putties and Vivix really quickly, but then it comes to the very end, and Steele goes like, no, seriously, what are these disgusting things? And Ryan has to school the Rangers and go, Putties and Vivix have fought the Rangers for years. Technically correct. The Rangers morph and they continue on fighting the Vivix and Putties, but Rhyhorn actually uses an ability on Zoe and Ravi, which literally kind of immobilizes them and gives them an alien virus. Ravi and Zoe use their abilities to kind of stop and immobilize him, and then that's when Rhyhorn uses his ability to knock them out. As Nate and Steele shoot at Ryjack, he actually uses Vargoyle to step in and say, no. And then as they teleport away, he says, hey, say goodbye to the Rangers, and Vargoyle goes, bye. Back at Grid Battle Force, Nate analyzes Zoe and Ravi and says the alien infection will kill them. Devin brings up that maybe the alien in the holding cell works, so they grab the device that they've got and they rush over to the cell, but they see that he's on the floor and it looks like he's dying. So they give him the device back and he puts it on and drains the Morph X to survive, and he's able to kind of talk now. We find out that his name is Captain Choku of G5 Galaxy Police. Dear God, it's one of those mouthfuls. I wish he just said, yeah, my name's Gavin, and that's it. Choku gives some sort of sass and says, hey, you know, is this the way that you treat everyone who comes to Earth? And the Ranger's like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. They all have this heart-to-heart, and Nate pretty much says, hey, we shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. We had this alien message, so we didn't kind of really know. And I think the captain just goes, yeah, I'm just going to call him the captain. It's so much easier. The captain analyzes and scans Zoe and Ravi and looks over them and says, hey, I've got an idea. I've got an ability to cure them, but I don't know if it does. It helps us, but it may not help them. So he just kind of gives them the cure, and we don't really see much after that. Back in the Cyber Dimension, Blaze and Roxy have now come back, and they ask what's been going on, and Scruzzle kind of like says, this is what's been happening. Oh, hey, look, Vargo's back. And they're like, what? We've been out for that long? Very, very simple. Vargo goes off to get the Rangers and kind of fight them, and they pretty much have a really brief conversation saying like, soon we'll have my weapons, and soon you'll have your Morph-X, and that's it. And they get a call saying there's more like alien downtown, I think, or Vargo's downtown. They also mentioned that a Gigadrone is going in, so Nate and Steel are gonna go defeat them, where Devon and the captain are actually now going down to fight Vargoyle. Now, we get some really interesting scenes. All the civilians have run away, and I think this is all kind of like brand new footage. It's very hard to kind of tell, but we have the captain and Devon, and they're taking down Vargoyle, and they're kind of fighting all the Tronics as well. But then what we get soon after is the fact that Devon and I think Gavin knock compliance collar off, and it falls down, and this is when Vargoyle's like, yes, I'm free, but he can't teleport and he can't use his weapons or something. So he then jumps on a motorbike, cheeses it out, and they head to a quarry and they start fighting on motorbikes. And I was just like, where did the motorbike come from? Pretty much all the motorbike stuff is Sentai footage. They've jumped off the bikes, they start fighting normally, and it's really, really cool. And the way you can tell, from what I've seen, is that the Japanese footage, Gavin is really kind of shiny, but in the Beast Morphers, the captain is really kind of like dull grey. We get a really cool finisher, a lightsaber effect from the captain, and then Devon uses his ability, and they just destroy Vargoyle. The Gigadrone is destroyed, and we now head back to Grid Battle Force. To kind of finish this off, they all say that they're going to help the captain kind of defeat Ryjack, and they're going to go on. So this is kind of leading up, and I did not expect, we'll talk about that in a bit. Ravi and Zoe are absolutely fine. They are just recovering, and I love the fact that Nate just brings like a carrot smoothie over to Zoe. He's like, there you go. And I was like, oh, that's actually really nice. So again, they turn around and say that they're going to take down Ryjack, they're going to help the captain because this is his main mission, and that is pretty much it. So we come to the end of the episode where Ben and Betty have installed like this kind of like trigger thing that shoots out a rope that ties people up if they don't have the new security card, or yeah, it's a security card, it's an access card, it's an ID card, whatever you want to call it. And they tie up everyone because the system picks up and goes, aha, that you don't have cards, and that's it. And the commander says, I don't say this often, but well done you. And it's like, oh, okay. And then that's pretty much it for the end of the episode. Now, my final thoughts on this one. This episode, I've got to admit, I was impressed with it, very impressed. I really thought that this was going to be a boring episode where he comes in, they do stuff, and then it's like, oh, it's all over. But I like the fact that they're continuing on. You see a bit more of the Ranger Vault, that was nice, but there's not much that we've seen from there that is completely different. I love the fact that we got Putties and Vivek straight away, and it made me want to continue watching. I really cannot wait for like the build up for the episodes, because I feel like they are going to build this up over and over and over. So when Ryjack is destroyed, they are going to bring in they're going to grab his weapon, and they're going to bring in other people. But this also brings up how they are going to bring back Goldar and Snide. So I think what they will do is they will find something that belongs to Goldar, either his sword or something in the past, and they'll knock on it, they'll recreate Goldar, but he'll be like an upgraded version, obviously we've seen. And then with Snide, they'll probably find either his pocket watch, or they will find they'll find his sword, or whatever it is for them, and then recreate him and not give him a power-up, because if you've seen the Sentai, that's pretty much it. I might do another video in case no one's kind of watched this. But yeah, I'm really excited. I love the fact that they're still carrying on. It would have been cool if they mentioned about the Ranger Vault in, like, say, the very first episode. That would have been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I am really excited. I'm pumped. I can't wait. This is slowly building up what I expected, rather than dropping in 2 episodes, or be like, oh, hey, we've just got this going on. It's really cool. I like this, the slow build up, because it's making people go, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. So I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Do you like this episode? Did you not? Obviously, this is not aired in America just yet, but let me know down below in those comments. And if you like this sort of video and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as a cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. The next episode is on Monday, so I'll be recording then and talking all about it. So tune in just for that, as well as some other videos that I'm going to be putting out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.